All right, what is going on, guys? It's Raul here. We are back for the back nine of the Sapwi Spring Classic. Again, we got Gavin Bos, Noah Jackson, Travis Britt, Seth Gregory, and Brian Vagi. Before we get into it, just want to say if you're watching this and enjoying the coverage, please like and subscribe. We're getting close to 1,000 and we're trying to hit that as soon as possible. So let's get into it here. Hole 10, super downhill shot. 399, probably playing about 290 or so. There's a forehand and a backhand line. Really, Seth's just slamming a sidearm on hyzer off to the left. Looking to play about 20-25 to the right. See if he can get an open putt down there. Looks to have skipped kind of in the trees and the bushes, but he should have some sort of look. Noah Jackson throwing a straight Luna and just trying to throw it dead straight. Good angle out of the hand, touch of hyzer, looking for that flip. Doesn't quite flip, but should have something over there, even though it hit that bush. Brian throwing a straight mid. Not 100% sure what this is, but might be some sort of rock. Just throwing it pretty much flat out there, hoping for a little bit more turn, but fades out a little early, so it's going to be in the rough over there. He should have some sort of out. Gavin throwing this straight zone on a good bit of anhyzer there and just kind of dragging it a little bit too far right, but should have something from over there as well. And then Travis going real quick, but it looked like a sidearm, but I think it was just a flippy backhand that he drifted from left to right.
Good up.
That's Brian's. Seth got a putt. Really good bid there, going over the tree. Looked like Gavin just pitched up real quick. Travis is going to have a weird little bid here. His lie's way in that bush. Just misses it a little bit low. But, yeah, let's see what Noah's got here. It's in the bushes, but looks like he's got something. A solid putt. Looked like he didn't have a direct line. Probably took it over some limb. But yeah, everyone else going to be tapping in their par, and Noah with the solo birdie there. So this next hole, I'm just going to start breaking it down right now, is a super uphill. So from my perspective now, I'm looking way down at the tee pad, and it says 366, but it is a very sharp turnover and a very sharp drop off on the right side from the tee pad. So Noah is going super high with a lot of turn and throws that absolutely perfect. Made it look way easier than it looked. If you've never played this hole, then you're not going to understand how good that shot is. But all these guys throw pretty far, and you could see that's where kind of a good drive normally lands, is about maybe 100 feet off, even with a good drive. So a lot of turnovers will kind of fade out up on this top section, and you'll have like a backhand hyzer or a forehand chip. See, that's a pretty good looking drive too. So I'm not doing a great job of saying whose drive is who, but we'll see in a second. So Brian's faded out a little bit, but he's still gonna have a pretty simple upshot in. Kind of had a weird swing there. Sometimes almost better just to push it straight off the tee if you're not going for it, so that way you can have a swing, but you can pretty much make something work from anywhere. Gavin's also one of the ones that faded out a little bit. Should also just be a little chip backhand. But you do want to kind of put it close, because if you keep it high on the hill, you're going to have a little bit of a death putt. Gavin puts it pretty close. Seth does have a look. Might just be laying up. We'll see. Oh, no, that was a look for sure. Travis also threw a pretty good shot. He's got a look. And easy birdie. Gavin going before Noah. Even Seth. So Noah parked it. That's honestly the best shot I've ever seen on the hole. I know a decent amount of people eagle it, but that was perfect. And yep, gotta capitalize on that drive. But great eagle there. Pretty awesome to see from above the hill. All right, hole 12, you can see the basket there at the bottom. It's just a big hyzer over these trees on the right side with something stable. It's 360, but probably plays 340-ish. Yeah, just take something over stable, fairway or distance driver, and try to hit your number. Noah does pretty good. Might be a little bit long there. Oh, that thing dropped. And there's like a little river bed and some tight rough down there. So it's going to be pretty brutal to get up and down. Brian making sure to keep it up after seeing Seth's drive. And looks to have parked it. Nice shot there. Gavin just taking his super overstable Halo Destroyer. Probably trusting it nice and high and wide. A little more driven, but it's very overstable, so it seemed to have worked pretty good. Travis super wide.
Come on, win. Come on, win.
Asking for a little bit of late carry, but that's going to be pretty far back there. I definitely don't think he meant to flatten it out that much. So Seth is actually taking a provisional here and looks to have thrown a pretty solid shot there. And yeah, he'll be right next to the basket for his provisional.
It's Brucey's time.
So Travis actually, this is his par for putt. He pitched up, or he didn't pitch up from there. He threw an up shot and it kind of rolled back. So he's going to be taking a bogey there. Noah is going to have a birdie putt, about 28 feet or so. I think he has to putt it above these bushes in front of him. But he's looking to stay hot after that eagle. Throws a really good putt. I guess a little too much hyzer on that left side. Definitely could have stuck, but kind of cuts through. Gonna have to tap in for his par there. And Gavin also missing a putt, surprisingly. Brian tapping in for another good birdie, and Seth is actually going to take that provisional. I think he found his drive. However, he had like an unplayable lie, or he wanted to abandon the lie, so he ended up taking the provisional. So he's going to be tapping in his bogey there. Now we got a par 5. You need to land something on the bottom in the flat there. It's not OB right. I think there is some OB left, but it's really far left, so if you get stuck in the trees, then you're going to just have a weird lie. But it is pretty far, and it bends really hard left around the corner, so it's hard to get a lot of distance. But I would say this is an eagleable par 5, but you need a good drive, and you definitely want to be on the flat down there. Noah for sure has the power to get this in 3. Looks like he turned over his Halo Destroyer and just pushed it deep and right. So he's going to have something from over there, but I don't know if it's going to be the best opportunity for the eagle. Gavin did tell me he eagled it in practice, but just turns over this grace a little much. I think there was a little bit more headwind than they felt out there, so it kind of turned everyone's discs over. Seth throws a pretty good looking shot, just needs to slide a little bit. He just catches that last little bush thing on the ground from stopping him from cutting back into the center. Either way, he'll have opportunity to get up and down for the birdie. Travis turning this over a little bit too much. Don't expect it to come out, but he'll have opportunity. You can still get birdie from there. Just got to progress, give yourself a shot. Gavin going with the standstill on the side slope. A little too much hyzer from that standstill. Gonna have a weird third shot. Brian from the side slope on the other side, kind of looking to throw like a swinging hyzer and get back into the middle. And yeah, that's perfect. So that was Travis, who's going to be in the fairway left. Seth throws kind of a forehand cut roller, but he'll have a shot up to the basket from there. Noah looking to throw this tomahawk that kind of pans right and then fades left, but it's scary because if you push that back wall, then could get yourself in some trouble. And that looked good at first, but then it came back left pretty hard and got a big bounce left. So he's actually going to be OB over there, shooting his fourth shot from under the tree on the left, on the slope as well. And Gavin just looking to kind of scramble up his par, throws a pretty good sidearm turnover. Travis, similar position and a similar shot, but doing it a little bit better, gets way up there. Should be an easy par from there. Brian, really the only one in good position for birdie, at least in the fairway. Little bit high on that shot there. It's going to leak a little bit left. I missed it, but Seth actually threw a good forehand shot up to the basket, so he's also going to have a putt for birdie. And this is Noah from under the tree right by the OB line. Pretty hard shot because the ceiling's super low and you got to get it to swing left, but it's definitely there. And he does it absolutely to perfection. Almost a tap in for par. Gavin just looking to get up and down for his par, and yeah, there's a good shot up there as well. Travis looks like he's just going to jump putt this. And yeah, should be a par as well. So Brian's got a tricky little putt here. It's like a nose up. Yeah, really good putt. Solid birdie there. And here's Seth's birdie putt as well. So 2 good birdies. You definitely want to birdie this hole, but you can get in some trouble with the weird positioning that the boys were in. So good way to scramble up their pars, and then solid birdies from the 2.
Save.
All right, hole 14, tricky little hole. You got some kind of bushes right in your way off the tee pad that gets in your head a little bit, but it's just dead straight, 312. Headwind, the basket is elevated up on this slope, and there's stuff right that kind of blocks you from throwing the hyzer. So it's like a stretched out mid or you can throw the fairway driver at that right stuff and try to play it right in front of it. You can throw kind of the little turnover. Seth is trying to throw it dead straight, but it leaks out left like a lot of them do. So he's going to have a putt, but it's a putt with a drop off on both sides of the basket that your disc can easily roll to, and often does. So Noah just trying to throw it straight as well. Said it slipped out, so it just lands a bit early. He's going to have a really long putt for the birdie, though. So if he wants it, he'll have an opportunity. Gavin trying to hyzer flip this, but gets it a little bit high. I think those bushes kind of got in his head a little bit and ended up leaving it a little bit higher than he wanted it to, not allowing it to flip. So he's going to be by Seth. Travis throws a nice little turnover. He's going to be on that front hill. Probably 30 feet or so, maybe a little inside the circle. Here's Noah for a super long putt. Like 70 feet or so. A little upslope. A super good bid, but punished by that roll away that I was talking about. He's going to have a scary putt for the par. This hole can easily snowball with that slope. See if Brian can give this a good bid here. I don't think he wanted any of it. He said, I'll take my par here, get my birdies on the next one. You can see how dangerous this green is here. It's like almost impossible to make your disc sit. And there you go. Really good bid, hits the band. Now he's 35 feet putting uphill at that same slope. Even Seth saying, just stay there. I'll take my par here. Gavin for the par. Airs it right. Gonna have 25 feet or so coming back. A little nervy. Here's Noah for his par. A good bid there, just ramps off the band, but not going to be too far for the bogey. And that's a good putt there. And that's a birdie. Travis was a little bit closer than I expected. Also a good little comebacker. And Seth and Brian will be tapping in their pars here. So Travis threw real quick again. You really want to land on that kind of road going up the hill there. It's a par 4. You want to land your drive on that road anywhere, and then the basket is straight up the hill. So the move is kind of just fading right in front of that bush there. Brian gets a good little check and roll off of that hill to give him some better footing. You can take it tight and inside and play like this high anhyzer or hyzer flip line. Seth pulls it a little bit, so he's going to be in that bush down below. There's lines in there, but it's tough. Noah, I'm assuming, has probably eagled this hole before. Going for like a high hyzer flip. Looks pretty good. Just faded out way left. Probably going to have a jump up to it. Gavin just playing position here. Throwing this beefy Halo Destroyer. And getting just past that bush. He'll have like a little turnover or a forehand up to the basket. So yeah, he's taking his zone and putting it on good amount of ante, just letting it work right.
Great.
And kicks off that rock, but sits up there. Should be like 20, 25 at most. Brian with this classic rock he's been liking. Should just glide straight to the basket here.
Go,
yeah, textbook shot.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You got eyes, Seth?
So Seth is just in these bushes. He throws a forehand and clips some limb on the way out, so he's going to have another shot to get up and down.
That footing.
I've done trade.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like.
All right, if you throw short, I'm going to call you.
Okay, you're right.
Boy, he's messing with Travis. Does get up and down with the jump putt. Seth throwing a little tomahawk putter at the basket. We'll have like a 20-footer for the par. See if Noah can capitalize on another eagle. This guy gets like 3 eagle chances per round at this course. Pretty sure that's his 3rd eagle putt this round. Nice birdie putt there. Just a little too much sauce on that one. Gonna have to settle for a bogey. Travis for the birdie. Nice birdie there. Noah for the birdie.
Oh, it feels anticlimactic.
Yeah, I actually gave her.
Guy just expects eagles. Frankly, I do too out of him now when I watch him. All right, hole 16, 250. It's really a forehand, but these guys are going to throw backhands and make it work. It's on a side slope, and they're kind of just throwing straight at it. Travis throws a decent shot. Didn't quite see where it landed, though. Brian throwing this classic rock. Head left to right, so that's a pretty nerdy line, just getting it to drift right slightly. He's going to have a look. Noah going with the sidearm. I think this is the splice, so gonna be slamming this thing and letting the wind kind of take it, even though it's not gonna affect it too much.
Get up, lift it, wind.
Maybe a little bit low. So yeah, he's gonna be putting back up at the basket, but not a bad look putting up the hill there. Gavin going with his Halo Wraith here. Learning the forehand, but he used to never throw it in tournaments, so the fact that he's getting birdies with it is good. That was a pretty good shot there. Seth. I'm not sure what this disc is, but definitely throws a good shot with it. I think it's like an overstable mid-range. It might have been a recluse. Here's Brian for a tough wind. Head kind of left to right wind. Tries to throw a lofty putt. Just barely misses it right. Noah for more of a left to right wind. Uphill putt. Gonna want to putt this one hard or high. Or both. Does putt it pretty hard and just kind of stays up. I'm not gonna tell if it missed directly over the basket or a little bit left there, but should be tapping in for his par. Travis, fortunately, airballing that one. Gonna have some work on the comebacker. Yeah, just misses it left. Gonna have to settle for a bogey there. That is not good on this hole. Gavin with a weird little stance here. You'll get a lot of these weird little putts on this course, and kind of just have to make it work.
Terrible putt. Such a bad putt.
Seth, that's where you want to be. Right under the basket, nothing in your way. All right, hole 17, last of the island holes. You're just throwing pretty far downhill. It's probably really playing like 220 or so. So Gavin's taking this beefy FD3, starting it out left and letting it crash down on the basket. I think that's a pretty good play to kind of take the wind out of play. And looks like he pretty much parked it. Seth doing the same thing, but with a zone. I think it's like the zone GT.
Oh, please go in.
Throws a good shot. Just
That's
comes
good.
up a little bit short, but should bounce up to the basket there. Brian, I think this is a more overstable mid-range. Not sure exactly what it is. But yeah, definitely has some stability. Gavin telling it to go. I think that should be safe, though. Noah going back to the splice here. I think this is a really good option. Just crashing straight down with that thing. Throw it nice and hard. Looks pretty solid. And yeah, right next to the basket.
Oh, the dumpy.
Travis. Pretty sure this is the A1.
Come on.
And another ace run. This guy's just on it today with the ace runs. And I believe, yeah, looks like Brian's in putting for birdie. And just kind of nosedives it a little bit into the cage there. Gavin with a little uphill 25 footer. Just want to put this nice and hard. Kind of take the wind out of the play. Yeah, solid putt there. Little left side for Noah. Definitely could have stuck, but an unfortunate little bounce out there.
First missed real putt.
Like he said, first real C1 miss. He has been putting pretty solid today. He had that one little splash out, but other than that, has made some solid putts. And Seth getting the good birdie there.
It's fun. You don't need to like drive for it though.
Yeah,
There you go, Travis getting that bounce back. Hole 18, 414, probably playing like 500. Super uphill tee shot, but really not that hard. That big tree you see in the back over there. I mean, you really want to be right or left of it. If you're in the center, the shot's a little bit trickier, but you can still throw like a backhand hyzer or even a forehand hyzer if that's what you like.
no.
Seth definitely trying to go big here, but throws it straight into the ground. He'll still have an upshot and opportunity for the birdie. Travis keeping it nice and high. And just getting to the edge of those bushes there should be pretty simple for the birdie. I bet Noah's trying to park this. I'm sure he has before. So he probably has like 4 or 5 opportunities for eagle on this course. I feel like every par 4 or 5 he can eagle. Going for the big hyzer flip. Wants to turn, but he hates it. It fades left, gonna be OB, but should be a pretty dang easy upshot for the par. Brian kind of comes back from a slow start, 5 down, gonna want to finish this off with a birdie. And a nice looking shot there to the center of the path. Should be an easy hyzer from there. Simple, at least. Seth throwing a technical forehand here. Didn't really know he had this shot, but that's a money sidearm. Slides it right next to the basket. Gavin going with his classic ESP zone. Just throwing a hyzer. Pretty solid, about 20 feet or so, with the dead drop off behind, but Gavin's been making his putts all day, so should be able to convert. Brian throws a nice little pitch up to 10 feet or so. Here's Travis, also throwing just a little hyzer. Does he really have to throw patent pending? Yeah, no, he's just gonna go for the regular stance. Keep his arm above that bush. He's tall enough. And slides it up there. A little nervy, but not too bad. And yeah, you could see Noah has a jump putt here. If he got that disc turned over, I bet he could put it in circle one pretty easy. His shot was skied and faded way left. It looked like he's only like 70 feet. So Gavin to finish it off and get to 11 down to tie Ethan Wellen here. And just skies it a little bit, hits the band. Gonna have to settle for the 10, but only gonna be one back of the lead. Travis finishing off with a nice birdie. Gonna be getting to 7 down for the round. Not bad, especially with those missed putts that he had. Could have been a hot round for sure. Noah finishing off with the par. Also could have been a pretty hot round, I feel like, with a couple makes and take away that OB. Woulda, coulda, shoulda though. And Brian finishing off with a nice birdie there.
4, 3, 3, 3, 4. Alright, so 6, 10, 7, 8, 6. I got 4.
So Gavin said it, 10 down for him. Noah shot at 8, Travis with the 6, and Seth and Brian with the 6 down, or Travis with the 7. This is your round 1 leaderboard. We got Ethan Wellen leading, Gavin Bos at 10, Patrick Wambach at 9 down, Noah Jackson with the 8, Logan Turner and Arthur Kaplan at 7, but our lead card is going to be that top 5 there. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you on the round 2 front 9.